Transport for Society is really what we're about. It's enabling more and more people to travel, not just to be able to travel, but to be able to travel affordably. And I think man has a right to travel. Several of the constitutions of southern states enshrine that right. And states have even gone to the trouble of insisting that their protection extend to people when they are traveling and requiring duties of other states to which they travel. We were actually born of the liberalisation of market access, so we came along and mounted a challenge on the aviation routes within the European Union when we were first able to do that. And we have lower costs, and we pass those on as a benefit to consumers in the form of lower fares and grown the market tremendously. So we last year carried 165 million European passengers, many of whom 10-15 years ago would never have considered that they could afford to travel by air. So it's a revolution in accessibility. For me, it's been very interesting to be exposed to a whole range of ideas on the broader concept of mobility. I mean, we're a sector within the transport industry, perhaps a young and very vibrant and growing one. It's quite interesting to hear the voice of other stakeholders, and many of them could be complementary to what we do ourselves. I mean, we do deliver people to airports close to their home, but they are in need of transport from there to the final destination. If we could work together to improve that, access to the airports we serve, which tend to be not the main ones, then we could actually deliver people to closer to the destination they're traveling to and starting out from somewhere closer to home. But it does require minor investment in improving access by public transport to those airports. Much lower costs than expanding main airports down the road. We need to reduce our dependence on carbon fossil fuels, but the breakthroughs in that are some way off, and it's not really within the gift of the airlines that operate. They're operating the newest equipment, the latest technology that's available. And we don't see a new generation aircraft being available within 10-15 years that will actually eliminate our dependence on fossil fuels. So we would like to see an acceleration of the development of biofuels, but it's quite difficult to motivate the oil companies to make the investment in that because it is very, very high. And we think that that's where governments, the European Investment Bank, and the product of some of the taxes that they levy on aviation should be devoted to actually accelerating that process so that we reduce our CO2 emissions and eventually find alternatives to liquid aviation fuel.